We will protect you.
We will protect you.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself. We'll face it together. As a family.
What time has it been? No. What time has it been? No, Johnny. Say it! I don't wanna! Say it!
As a family. I'm just kidding. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Buddy. I'm your host, Josh Blumenkrantz, and today I'm doing this. I am reviewing The Fantastic Four First Steps. Little spoiler warning, if you haven't seen The Fantastic Four First Steps, go ahead and watch the movie, come back, and give this a listen. But in the meantime, if you're ready, let's do this thing. So before I saw this movie, I wanted to rewatch the other two films that I was familiar with. So I watched Fantastic Four and Fantastic Four: The Rise of the Silver Surfer. And in that time period when I watched them as a kid, I really did enjoy them. They were fun. They were comic book movies. I didn't know any better. I really loved the cast. Like I loved Ian Griffith. I loved Jessica Alba. I loved Chris Evans, of course, and Michael Chiklis. Like those were the Fantastic Four to me growing up. But upon rewatch, I thought there were some good moments that were like really cool and stand out to me. Overall, I just didn't gel with this group of people. Like I wasn't connected like when I was a kid. And I was wondering, why is that? I think that's because as a whole, the group just didn't gel together well for me. And that's just basically it. Like I was looking for more the emotion, the stakes, the story, but it was just very cheesy. I think they were trying to be like Spider-Man during like the Sam Raimi era, but just not MCU level that we come to know and love. But yeah, those movies just didn't really do it for me. And I still haven't seen the Fantastic Four movie by Josh Trank with like Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan, Kate Mara, and Jamie Edwards, I believe is his name. But regardless, I don't know if I ever will watch that movie, but I heard it's absolutely terrible. But now going into this movie, I was very excited, and I'll give you the reasons why. One, the cast. The cast is just stacked with like well-known actors that I've seen all of their work. You got Pedro Pascal, you got Vanessa Kirby, you got Joseph Quinn, and you got Evan Moss-Bacharach. And those four are just blowing up right now. So when I found out that those were the cast of the Fantastic Four, I was really excited. And I'm happy to report that excitement was fulfilled to me. Like I really enjoyed this movie for like so many reasons, and I'm ready to break it down. Pedro Pascal, you know him, you love him. He's like daddy to everybody. He is Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, and I thought he was good in this character role. Like I really thought he was like intelligent. I thought his stretching moves were cool. He's a husband to Sue Storm, who's played by Vanessa Kirby, and I loved both of their chemistry. I thought that they were a really good husband and wife, like taking care of each other. The chemistry was off the charts, in my opinion. And I had a really good time with Pedro leading this group, coming up with the plans, collaborating, being way too smart for his own good. Like all of it was there. And I really had a good time with his performance. And speaking of Vanessa Kirby, she is the MVP for this movie to me. Like, oh my God, like she does such a good job. If you don't know her, she's from like Pieces of a Woman, The Crown, just to name a few things, but like overall, like, and of course Mission Impossible, but like she is such a standout actress to me. Like I just could not believe my eyes, like the presence that she had, the caring mother figure. Like she is mother. She is like such a strong presence in this movie, like strong role model for like women. I loved her powers, like going invisible and putting up the force shields, like for everything, just to protect everybody and just to be a good representation about what the heart of this movie is all about. Being there for your child, but also being there for your family. It's all about family, like Fast and Furious, but this isn't Fast and Furious, it's Fantastic Four. But like, I just really liked how she wanted to be there for everybody. All the stuff that she goes through, like when she has like birth on the ship. Oh my God, that was crazy. Of course, they probably saw Pieces of Woman, like let's put that in Fantastic Four. Like, what else? I really liked her monologue. Oh, her monologue to the town of New York, just like saying like, I will not sacrifice my child for this world, but I will not sacrifice this world for my child. I was just like, oh, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, so good. Yeah, just a strong woman that like really knows how to get the job done, and like, oh, she nailed it. She nailed it in my eyes. Joseph Quinn is Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, and I think he did a really good job too. Like, this was a very different Johnny Storm that I'm used to seeing. Yes, he's got the confidence. He's a little bit cocky, but this Johnny Storm, he's smart. He's like looking up languages for the Silver Surfer. He is like trying to be the one who sacrifices himself to save the group. Like, I love that. He gives him such heart, but also is very cool. But like, yeah, he did such a great job. I love the flame effects on him. I thought that was very good. I love his back and forth with Eben, the Thing. It was just like comedy gold, and like, of course, his relationship with his sister, played by Vanessa Kirby, and also with Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards. Like, I just thought he had a good dynamic with everybody, and especially with the Silver Surfer. Like, he has a thing for women and space, and I really loved, like, like the will they, won't they, even though it was more like his side than hers. But like, it was just the comedy of it all was like really cool. I mentioned before the Thing, Evan Moss Bacharach, yes, chef. Yeah, you might know him from The Bear, and he's still cooking. For some reason, the Thing likes to cook and taste food, but like, whatever, I'm cool with it. He was great. I love the visual effects on the Thing. I liked his like communion with the town. He felt like very New York to me, very Jewish. I love to see that representation. I love to see him have a love interest and kind of be one in his own. Like, he wasn't like such a downer like the other one was in the original Fantastic Four films. Though I do love Michael Chiklis, but like, he was very like strong. I loved, like, I just wish he had more. That was the issue I had with this movie. In that character, I feel like he got the short end of the stick. I wanted more scenes. I feel like he had some scenes cut, and especially his relationship with Natasha Lyonne. Like, I like their chemistry, but there's not much really going on. It doesn't lead to anywhere, or at least something that we don't see on screen. So I kind of wish I had more scenes for him. But like I said, I love his dynamic with Johnny. I love his dynamic with Reed, and of course, his dynamic with Vanessa. So like, everything's there. I'm going back and forth between actors and characters, sue me, but you know what I mean. But like, I just like him. He's a pilot, but it's just, I wanted more for him, and he just kind of felt imbalanced compared to the rest of the members of the group. You heralded me. Yeah, Julia Garner plays Shala Bal, the Silver Surfer, and I did like her performance a lot. I thought she was very like threatening, but also like she kind of had like some heart and regret. So it was like more to her, and you kind of find out more of her backstory in this movie, which was unexpected. But I really liked her movements with the board, her big speech at the beginning. Of course, like I said, her relationship with like Joseph Quinn, kind of like a will they, won't they, but also her fear of Galactus, but like willing to serve him. And yeah, I just really liked her presence. Do I think she could have had like some more scenes in the movie? Yes, but she did what she needed to do, and she nailed it. Galactus is played by Ralph Ineson, and I thought he did a great job. He was very terrifying just because of his gargantuan size. He literally looks like he's going to eat a planet. He sounds like he's going to eat a planet, and I mean, that's the actor's real voice. Like, he didn't really have to do much. Like, it was very deep. And yeah, I kind of like felt his presence throughout this movie, and then when you finally see him, it's just like, oh man, how are they gonna take this guy down? But I guess, how do you take him down? Yeah, just move the planet. You move heaven and earth. But I guess if you can't do that, though, then you just gotta move him. Paul Walter Hauser is the Mole Man, and he was so funny. I love how he has this whole like underground, like sort of sanctuary town kind of thing. He hates the above dwellers, but he has respect for Sue Storm, which I thought was pretty fun. Like, I love that dynamic, and I just wanted more of him. I kind of wanted more of him in this movie. Like, I could watch either like a Mole Man TV show or like a Mole Man, like, I don't know, like subplot in this movie other than what he was given to do, which was like to protect all of the towns people of New York, or the New York City people. But yeah, I just thought he was hilarious with his jokes, the spread and butter. Like, there's like so many different things. But yeah, I love Paul Walter Hauser. He's a good character actor. He did a great job. Shout out to Herbie the robot. He's just there, like cooking the food, taking care of the home, taking care of the baby. He's just like such a good, helpful robot, and that was fun to see. Like, he's a cute robot, and like, everybody's buying the popcorn bucket because Herbie's awesome. Key scenes that I really enjoyed: the beginning of the movie, the intro to the Fantastic Four. So what this movie does well is we don't start with the whole like origin story, because we've seen that like a billion times. kind of like Superman does in their movie. But like with this movie, you get the intro to each character. It's just edited together very well. I love the effects of all of their superpowers and how they use them to save the town. The town just loves the Fantastic Four, and I just love, of course, the music. The music of this movie, Michael Giacchino. The man is a king. He's one of the best composers we have working today. This is one of his best Marvel scores, or just like recent scores, in quite some time, and I loved it. This score just makes you feel like you're soaring, like like you believe that these people can do anything, that you yourself can do anything, like you just feel so empowered. The score is just fantastic. Like I'm trying not to say fantastic a lot of times in this review, but like it really is. Like I just love the music. Also, like I said, the visual effects. Oh my god, they were so good. And the editing, I already said that, but like, yeah, just overall, that whole opening scene, great introduction. Another key scene I liked was the spaceship scene. And when I say the spaceship scene, I'm talking about when they are escaping Galactus to get back to Earth. And, Sue Storm is having the baby. There's a lot of stuff going on, like in space. It kind of gave me like interstellar vibes, which I know was like an influence for this movie. It was really cool. Like the visual effects, stunning. Like this is like some of the best work that Marvel has done visual effects in quite a while. And like I honestly think it's going to get them the nomination for this movie in particular. It was breathtaking. Yeah, like the music, her having the baby, having to generate a force field to help them kind of be invisible while they're trying to escape while having the baby. It's crazy. I already mentioned Sue directing the town, I have to like do this. I have to protect my child. That was another good scene for me. Kind of made me cry a little bit. And of course, the final act, them trying to stop Galactus. That was one of the best sequences of the movie. Like, and there's not a lot of action in this movie just in general, but that's okay because they had a lot of good like little moments, like between the pairs of them, like family, the drama. Like I like to see that in a Marvel movie because we don't get it all the time, or like it's what spaces it out. It gets me like emotionally invested in these characters. But yeah, the final sequence, like them trying to take down Galactus, so cool. Like I love the plan, and then it doesn't go exactly right. And then of course, Sue Storm, she uses her like big shields and like force fields to like kind of push Galactus back into the portal. That whole sequence was executed beautifully. I really enjoyed it. Like it was just, I was kind of on the edge of my seat, like what's going to happen? I mean, I know these people are going to make it to Avengers Doomsday, but like what happens from here? How do we get there? All of that was just like on the edge of my seat, like looking to see what's going to happen. And I was just like, whoa. So they move Galactus, and we see that Sue Storm is dead, and they try to bring her back. It's not looking good, but also like, come on, we know that they're going to be in Avengers Doomsday, so she'll come back. And of course, the baby, Franklin, brings her back. That's his special power. And it makes a lot of sense for why he's very important. And that's going to probably play a big game down the road with these other movies that we have coming up, especially with that post-credit scene with like Doctor Doom. Like, obviously, spoiler alert, but you already know this. But like, yeah, I just thought the emotion was there. I thought the emotion as a family was there. It kind of made me feel like The Incredibles, those kind of movies, like, where everyone's very close and like they have all the superpowers, they're banding together, they want to save the city. It was really cool. So overall, I've seen this movie twice now, and I really did enjoy it more the second time. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. It just feels like it's ripped right out of a comic book, brought to life. And I had a blast. Like, oh my god, these four together are just like, they're gonna go far in the MCU. Do I think the MCU is gonna get better from here? Probably not, but at least I know that these four will remain unscathed, and like they're going far in their careers, and they're going far in this universe. So if I had to give a grade to Fantastic Four, I'm gonna give it a 9. I mean, it made me cry, and it just made me feel like really good. The first hour, though, I will say, if there's like one thing I have to criticize, it's just the first hour. It kind of drags a little bit, like especially when they leave Earth to go to talk to Galactus and then come back. Just like the spacing of it, like I don't know, it just didn't feel completely right to me, especially on the second viewing. But like once they get back and like they have the baby, that's when everything kind of falls into place. But yeah, I would say that as a grade, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. In terms of Oscar potential, I definitely think visual effects is in. Like, there's so much. There's like, Ben Grimm, The Thing, all of their superpowers. Yes, they did some stuff practically, but still, like, there's so many visuals in this. Like, where do you even begin? So yeah, visual effects I think is in. The score by Michael Giacchino, I really want it to happen. I just think the music branch hates him for some reason. Like he has not gotten in, I don't think, since like Up for like winning his Oscar. I could be wrong, but like it's been a while, so I don't know if he's gonna get it this time. I really hope so. It's like one of the best scores of the year. Like Michael Giacchino, like is a king. If there was anything else, I would love for costumes, but I don't think it's gonna happen because it's a comic book movie and it's like not that crazy. But I think they look good. And thank you for listening to my thoughts on the Fantastic Four: First Steps. If you like what you heard, go and hit the subscribe button on the channel. I greatly appreciate your feedback and your support. And remember, when you go to the movies, bring your buddy and talk about movies. Until next time, bye.